right, well, I'm going to get an opportunity for some photography this morning, I think. Got an opportunity at some decent light, actually, it looks like. A little bit of filtered sunlight for what I'm going to do. I think that's going to be pretty good, maybe. So let's see. I'm just going to get out for a hike, and I've got a few things on my mind maybe we can talk about. I'm just going to get out and enjoy the morning and see what I can find. Maybe one good photograph, so we'll see about that. All right, let's try it. Hike now, looking around, trying to see what I can find. It's absolutely beautiful. Yeah, it's getting this spring weather, starting to get a little bit warmer. Still a little cool right now, but it's going to get fairly warm today. So yeah, what I'm trying to see here is what I can find in the woods, which I do this a lot. Yeah, it's tough to photograph these cluttered woods like this, but you know, it's challenging. You know, if you're doing photography, I think things like this are really good because you get challenged with how it is you're going to find something orderly in the chaos of these woods, which you can see these woods are they're beautiful, but it's really, really busy. So yeah, so that's what I'm going to try to do today here. Yeah, let's see what we can find. Well, something got left behind here by someone. Okay. So I'm continuing to walk on here, and I haven't really found anything magical just yet, but yeah, I just want to make a couple points here though. You know, one thing is this is kind of a local area that I come hiking to quite a bit. It's not very far from home. And one thing I would say is that, you know, as a photographer, whether you be a professional or a hobbyist or whatever, you know, you've got to find some of your local spots that you can come to easily, because, you know, we don't get the chance to be at a national park or just the most scenic places in the world all the time. We don't. You know, in fact, most of the time when I'm out photographing, it's places like this. And actually, this brings me the most joy is when I find a good photograph out in a place like this that I'm hiking today, which is beautiful, by the way, but it's difficult. You know, there's no, like, you know, predefined great scene here that is just waiting there for you. It just doesn't really exist here. So you got to find it, but it allows you to hone your skills. You know, you got to use your eyes and your mind to find the thing that really looks great, and is, you know, I think that's what I'm trying to do here, is find just a good photograph, bring myself some joy, and maybe others too. But also try to inspire you to do the same kind of a thing, because I think that's part of what photography is about, is just spending some time out, you know, maybe by yourself, you know, getting away from the stresses and strains of your life and kind of letting go for a while. But I think going out and looking around and, you know, finding unusual things or just whatever it may be that you're interested in is really therapeutic in a way, mental medication. So one thing I do with my phone while I'm out here hiking around, you know, before I set up my tripod or get the camera out of the bag, you know, I use my phone here to kind of visually take a look at what I'm seeing when I find something interesting. So I'm going to back up and look around at this kind of oddball tree here. I see. Now, I don't know if there's a photograph here, but it's kind of interesting. But just making a point here that, you know, it's kind of one of the tools I use to kind of look at things is look through a viewfinder like this, just on your phone. It's kind of good. I think I'll come back to this later because I don't know that this looks very good, but it's weird, you know, this tree's strange. Let me back up. And a lot of times that's what I'm looking for out here in these forest scenes, is I'm looking for oddities or something that stands out from this thick forest that we're in. And okay, well, here's something, but light is not great, but I don't know. I'll leave that be for now, but just thought I would share a little bit of a thought process there. Okay. Mr. Banana Slug is right in the middle of the trail. I hope he doesn't get stepped on, but he's inching his way along. Very cool. Watch out for that slug.
Okay, oh yeah, there's a couple of deer behind.
Okay, thanks. All right, cool. Cool banana slug. I love those. Okay, so one last spot. Well, I don't know about last, but I'm kind of heading out on my hike here, and you know, I found one additional thing that I think is kind of interesting that I set up for, and I took a few shots. Used a wide-angle lens here, but yeah, let me see if I can kind of, well, I'll step forward here a ways and see if I can show you what's going on. Yeah, this old tree that's fallen, you can see that. It's really cool. Lots of detail in that tree, and it's surrounded by some friends there. So yeah, I set up kind of a wide-angle shot looking up at it, and yeah, it's kind of cool. I don't know. It's kind of looking into the light, so we'll see. But you know, I put on my 14 to 35 millimeter lens to try to get something there that's not too bad. But I'm not doing a good job here with my video. But hopefully, yeah, you can get an idea. But we'll see if I actually got anything from that. But that's a gigantic old stump there that goes up fairly high. Yeah. Nice little contrast with the other trees around it. So we'll have to see if that's something that's kind of interesting. But yeah, let's find out. Well, here's the result. And I have to say, I like it quite a lot. You know, the conditions at this point in the hike that I did, they weren't very good. You know, it was getting a little bit later in the morning. And so I certainly didn't have good light, but that's okay. I was able to find this strange composition here. A few things that I did here to sort of take advantage. I used my wide-angle lens, and you can see here that I shot it at 14 millimeters, which is quite wide. And I took advantage of perspective distortion here to make this look a bit surreal and more interesting to look at, frankly. And what I mean by perspective distortion is, you know, these converging lines at the top, you know, the side trees to the main subject tree in the middle. You know, they're all kind of converging in the middle there, which is really just a distortion because of the wide-angle lens that is pointed upward at an extreme angle. So it gives you this effect. You know, in something like architectural photography, something like that, where you do use a wide-angle lens quite a lot, you don't want that kind of perspective distortion. So you avoid that by making sure that you have your lens facing in a very level way so that you don't get that kind of a distortion. But in this case, this is what I wanted. And this gave me kind of a unique view here of this composition. And so the end result is I really like it. There's a few things here. You know, the texture and color of this dead tree is amazing. You know, I really like it. You know, I'm a fan of tree bark and things like this. If you've seen any of my videos, yes, of course. But I think this is beautiful for sure. Yeah, the color contrasts in this are really good. Overall, yeah, at the end of the day, I like the composition. You know, I just think it looks appealing. Yeah, I love it. So happy with that. Surprised kind of I came away with something because I was really striking out for the most part on the hike. I really wasn't seeing much, and you know, I stumbled on this, and yeah, good result. So happy with that. And as I said, you know, this kind of a thing is in a way some sort of mental medication. I have to say it's true. You know, I was out there hiking around for 3 hours or so, and you know, I just felt great for the rest of the day. And I think it was just because I was out doing this and letting everything else go and just letting my mind, you know, wrap itself around things like this. So, hey, I think it's fantastic. I hope others will do similar things and enjoy it for yourself. And I hope this video is helpful for you. Do subscribe if you haven't. You know, I do notice that most people who watch my videos aren't subscribers. So yeah, do subscribe if you're enjoying this, and I'll be making more content. Thanks so much for watching.